a reading for you about somebody that was afraid to commit. I know there's a typo on there. It's still a good card. But we've got somebody who walked away from the opportunity to be with you or to pursue something more meaningful with you because they were scared of what it would mean, what it would require of them, or how it would differ from people that they had been with in the past that more or less, you know, refuse to accept below what they want. You know, if you're not going to put the work into the relationship, then I'll walk away. That's not something that they're used to hearing. So they decided to go back to what they know, or they decided to be back amongst the people who aren't asking so much of them because it scared them to think about what they might have to do in order to be with someone like you. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Does it feel nice to hear the wind chimes again? Hello, Divyansha. How you doing? Hello, Zatska. I hope I said that right. Hello, Charlie. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Miss Fafa. What's going on? Awesome. All right. So back amongst the plethora of cards. So I'm very excited. I've been limited to, I think it was like 20 cards, 20 decks. And now I'm back amongst, I don't know if I should even admit how many I have, but I'm really excited to have access to all the cards again. Yeah, indeed. And of course we've got, did I forget to tell you if you want a personal reading? I'm too excited about all the cards. If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. Did I do that right? And it's also in the description box for you. If you would like to become a member, you can get access to additional shorts and videos and live streams and even a monthly reading. And that is in the description box for you as well. Thank you to the current members. Hey, Aqua Beauty, how's it going? Hello, Renee. Hello, Stella. Hello, Screena. I am not. So we've got the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Swords in the reverse. Wow. 2 9s. Okay. So that's interesting from a probability standpoint. But it's also interesting because these two cards are rather antithetical to each other, rather opposing. 9 of Cups in the upright, we've got somebody who's getting what they want. But the 9 of Swords is in the reverse because it's like somebody's experiencing anxiety through the roof. They don't know how to handle the situation. To me, it's like that first day of work, but worse than just trying to like learn the ropes. You're realizing this is not what I thought it was. This is not where I want to be. This is too much. I don't know about all this. So this is somebody who's like, they freaked out because you were what they wanted. Hello, Capo. How are you doing? Hello, Anamika. I do have personal readings offered via email. Otherwise, I do often do personal questions at the end of the general readings, usually about the 30 or 40-minute mark. Hello, VJ. Hello, Alex. Thank you, Rachel. Hello, Moon. What's going on? Hello, Charlie. I feel like I've missed a few people. I'm sorry. Hello, Mr. Mo. Hello, ANJ. Oh, not at all. Yes. Hello, Barwick. Thank you. Hello, Ola. We've got the Page of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. Just give me a second. I have to turn the fan on. It is like a little bit ridiculous. All right. I'm back. All right, so this Page of Wands and Ten of Pentacles situation. This is somebody who realized that they were going to have conversations about the long term. They were going to have to talk about feelings and accountability and self-awareness. And that was really uncomfortable for them. That's not something that they're used to doing. That's not something they're comfortable doing, right? Good morning, Jose. Hey, LaPria, I don't know if you're trying to insult me. First of all, I'm not insulted. But second of all, if you're going to be disrespectful in a chat room where we really do prioritize being positive, you will get blocked. What's up? I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Joanne. And can I still call you Jacula? Hello, Lopez. Hello, April. Hello, Carrie. So now we've got the Ten of Wands in the reverse and the Seven of Wands in the reverse, which makes me feel like this person, because they were afraid of commitment, right? That Ten of Pentacles would be that long-term commitment. Because they were afraid and they ran away from it, because it was overwhelming to them, they felt like exposed, right? If you went to a party and everybody was dressed to the nines, and you're wearing like sweatpants, you're gonna feel a little out of place, right? That's how this person felt. They didn't feel like they were ready for the ball. So they needed to like go finish their makeup and hair, you know? Eight of Wands. Why do I feel like this is? So this is somebody who may have disappeared. This is somebody who may have made up a reason why they needed to walk away. They may have started an argument just to make it easier for them to depart. But they wanted to go back to what they knew. Now, I can't help but think of Amy Winehouse. Is it called Back to Black? I think that's the song. And it doesn't necessarily mean this person went back literally to an ex or somebody that they'd been with before, but it could be, right? Because they wanted somebody who would tolerate their BS. That's the short way to say it, right? Their unwillingness to actually put effort into the relationship. They went back to the caliber of person who would accept that because they knew they were a little bit out of their depths with you. I like it. Hello, Elijah. So we've got the Queen of Wands, the Three of Wands in the reverse. There's a lot of fire energy in this reading. So I'm going to go ahead and say that we could have some Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius featured prominently in your chart or theirs. You either have this passionate, kind of like fiery personality, or people are really drawn to you. Or there's something here about you being able to inspire change in others. It could be both. This is somebody who has had to see things differently because you were not what they expected. Now, what I mean by that is not only did you actually stand up for what you deserve as far as treatment or tell this person that what they were doing was unfair or gaslighting or manipulation, you challenged them to look at who they really are, how they really act, and what they really offer in the sense of romance, and you told them it wasn't that great. Maybe not in those words, but hey, Rebecca, how are you doing today? My perception of a certain time was justified. Of certain time justified. And if someone involved reflects on that time. What a well-posed question. Thank you, Rebecca. Okay. I think those... Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I've got that written down. And just in case we got some new folks around, when Rebecca or someone like Rebecca does the tip thing and asks some questions, I write those down so that at about 30 or 40 minutes in, I can start those personal questions. Hello, Meredith. How are you doing? Hello, Dennis. I hope you're having a good day. What else do we have? I don't know if I mentioned it. This is the Pulp Tarot, by the way. Oh, thank you, Aqua Beauty. I got you. Hello, Angela. How are you doing today? Four of Cups in the reverse is followed by the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Another 9, the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, okay. Interestingly, we have the 10 of Wands in the reverse, which talks about being overwhelmed, clarified by the 10 of Swords in the reverse. Look, I think that because you were willing to focus on yourself, because you were willing to say, I have standards, you don't really meet them, so I guess this is like probably not going to happen, because you pushed back. You have effectively caused this person to feel some sort of obsession with you. That's what they think. It could actually be love, and they're just like, why am I so obsessed? Did they do like magic on me? Did they do music on me? What is this that makes me unable to forget this person when I know they ask too much of me and I don't want to be in that kind of relationship? I don't want to be in a relationship. They're like kind of confused, like, why do I want this person when I don't want to put in all of that work? So they're trying to figure out how to manifest you or how to get another opportunity with you. I'm going to tell you right now, this does look like a little bit of magic. And I'm picking up on two different things. Number one, they're trying to do magic to manifest you back around. Or number two, they have misread the energy that's being sent to them. Someone is doing magic on this person, but it's someone from their past and they attribute it to you. They feel like it's you. But there could have been some mess up with that magic. So this is kind of interesting. I'm not going to lie. Hold on, let me see. Hey, Flower, how's it going? Hello, Stan. Hello, Bobby. Hello, Key Controller. Flower, let me write that down for you. Thank you for the tip. Congratulations on blocking the X. A round of applause. What to expect from that? And his sister and friends. Okay. I got you. Thank you. Hello, Joel. Cute, funny. Hello, Ty. How are you doing? Oh my gosh, I missed the pumpkin on the head thing. Oh, I'm so sad. Thank you, Angela, though. I saw that, was it yesterday or the day before? And it was hilarious. Hello, Timbo. This is the Marigold Tarot. We've got the Queen of Rings, which is the Queen of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. See, the thing is, they were expecting it to feel the same when you walked away or when you were no longer in their life as when somebody who didn't treat them very well walked away or was no longer in their life. You know when you like no longer want to hang out with somebody, whether it's romantically or not, and you're just kind of like, whatever, good riddance, toodaloo. Don't need you because you have crappy attitude, or you know, you stole my favorite jacket, or I don't know, you didn't pay the rent on time, whatever it was. When there's some problem with a person, isn't it that much easier to be like, deuces? This person had to like create in their mind some reason to be mad at you, to try to forget that they'd actually fallen in love with you and that they miss you. So it's like, you are this Queen of Pentacles. It doesn't matter what your gender is. The Queen of Pentacles is that like wifey material, or if you're not a woman, whatever you want to be. But this is stability. This is like, I can rely on this person. They weren't overly moody, you know? This is somebody who is just a good friend or able to offer support, had their life together. So when they walk away, the vacuum or the void, it's not something where they're like, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with your nonsense anymore. It's more like, I can't tell anyone that inside joke to, and you're the person that would get it. You know, that kind of thing. Hello, Salvador. How are you doing? Hello, Ron. Hello, Joy. What's up, Carrie? Did I say hello to Ray? I think I did not yet. Hello. You deserve better than that, Angela. Hello, Matthew. Hola, Jazz. How are you doing? We have the Three of Rings or the Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Rings or the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. This was their loss, not yours. And they may be quite accustomed to when things end, that other person chasing them or wanting more because, oh, I'm so good looking, or I'm the coolest person at school, or, you know, everybody wants me at work, whatever it is that has kind of, can I say that word? We'll just go with exaggerated their ego. You brought it back down to size for them. You gave them a little reality check, like, yeah, you might like look good or whatever, but have you tried being honest? Have you tried being authentic instead of trying to be what everybody else wants you to be? Because every now and then you do this thing where it's like you're just clearly trying to be what other people want of you. Like, just breathe, you know? There's something that is much more natural about who you are and how you interact with people than this person, and you showed them that. You held up a mirror to them and you're like, see, this is the weird stuff that you do. And I know all of these other people over here who are just like really focused on how attractive you are. They don't notice these weird things about you. But if you want to be seen for who you really are, then like be who you really are. You're bold in a way that this person is not, and it made them feel a little small. Two of Swords, Ace of Rings, or Ace of Pentacles. When most people are like constantly telling this person like, oh my gosh, you're so amazing. This is why you cannot surround yourself with people who just think you're perfect. Don't do that. You gotta have somebody who will tell you that there's something in your teeth. You gotta have some friends that are gonna tell you that your joke wasn't funny. It happens to me all the time, okay? It helps me realize that you have to do better when you're telling jokes every day, right? But seriously though, you were a challenge. You were put in their path to show them, hey, you're not done. You're not like a perfect human, right? Maybe you could still work on a few things. And they don't like that. They're like, but I look so good. Been going to the gym? What do you mean? My personality is amazing. Everybody loves me. What? No. There's things to work on, right? Hello, Rick. How are you doing? Oh, that makes me so bummed, Meredith. But also it makes sense that the dog loved you more. And yes, drive safely, Flower. This is the Path of Shadows. We've got the Nymph. In this mundane world, now I roam. Inside this concrete jungle, where is my home? So often when people are afraid to commit or don't really want to have anything that provides roots, when people are kind of flighty between who they spend their time with or who could call them on their BS, it could indicate that it's somebody who doesn't really know who they are because they've spent so much of their life trying to imitate others or fit in, right? If there is more of a focus on being authentic, they would struggle less. So the Magician is the person who is afraid to commit, and the Queen of Wands, by the way, would be probably you. Keeping in mind, of course, that in tarot, the gender doesn't mean anything. The Magician is often depicted as a man, but this is also the Nymph, a female, right? This is talking about energy, somebody who has all this capability or is meant to be more unique, but instead it's like they're trying to meld in with everybody else or look like everybody else, right? If I walk into like a big box store and there's an employee there that has like crazy hair and cool tattoos amongst a sea of everybody that looks the same, I can't help it. I'm gonna compliment that person because like, good for you. Like, you're like doing you, you know? I don't know, maybe it's not as simple as just dyed hair or cool tattoos, but when people are willing to really like embrace something that feels like who they are, I don't know, people can pick up on that. And I feel like this person was attracted to you for that reason. And it's almost like they tried to show that they had that too and then realized they didn't have it. And it's like, oh, ooh, yeah, that's awkward. Mystic Swamp, deep, dark waters, your reflection you can't see. You won't find yourself if you don't go deep. That's what this is. This person doesn't really know who they are. They've spent so much of their life trying to be what their family wanted them to be, trying to be the coolest at school or at work, that they haven't really looked within. Just what is it all of you want of me? What is it that you're expecting or wanting from a surface level standpoint? That's what I'm interested in. That's what I want in life. That's what I'm gonna look like. I remember in, gosh, this was so long ago, probably like 5th grade. There was this real cool girl that I wanted to be friends with, and she was super athletic. I'm not athletic, but I'm more of a volleyball chick. But I wasn't really obsessed with basketball. This chick was. I can't remember what her name was. Maybe like Megan or something, but she referred to a basketball player by their last name. And I was trying to pretend that I was cool and that I knew who she was talking about. And whatever I said made it infinitely clear that I was totally lying and I had no knowledge whatsoever about basketball. Maybe it was like I didn't know if it was WNBA or NBA, or I didn't know what team the person was playing for. And she just looked at me and she was like, what? So you don't actually care about basketball. Those are the things that this Magician was probably getting into, trying to be like others, as opposed to this Queen of Wands who would have been like, that's cool that you like basketball. It's not really my thing, but like, yeah, sure, like tell me about it, right? Instead of faking. Hello, Kat. How are you doing? Ooh, I love it, Rachel, since I'm from Minnesota. Okay, guys, do you want some ridiculous homework? If you've never seen the videos from Minnesota high schools with hockey hair and you just need something mindless to laugh at, go check it out. Yeah, no, I would love to play volleyball. Again, it's just so involved getting enough people, you know? You are not wrong, Mad Dog. And if that means that we don't get along, that's okay. I will be fine. But it's not like, I don't know, like there could be worse things, right? I could collect like teeth or something weird like that, right? Hey, what's up, Redbeard? So this, by the way, is the noisy deck. I think the real name for it is like Classic Tarot, but I call it the noisy deck. It's pretty cool. Knight of Wands is about fast-moving energy. This person straight up probably told you or ghosted you, right? Was totally just like dismissive towards you. And either you were the one to finalize it and say, okay, I think we're done here, or you did not chase this person if they walked away, right? No. Oh my gosh. You took that the wrong way, GP. How's it going? Hello, Gelato. No kung fu for me, although the movie was delightful. I do like Jack Black a lot. I'm more of a yoga person. That being said, should I say that? Maybe I shouldn't say that. I do really like knives. I really like my hatchet. And I'm gonna learn how to like throw it expertly. But yeah, kung fu, nah. I did some kickboxing. Yes, Rachel. That is an important comment, so I'm gonna read it. I stopped letting them degrade me and calling it love, which is also projecting the whole time. I think that's what you meant by that, right? Did I add a word there? Minnesota Eskimo cold. Ice fishing is right around the corner, and I've got to be honest, I have totally lost my ability to deal with cold weather after leaving Minnesota. It was like 60 degrees yesterday, and I had a sweatshirt and a blanket on to sit outside. Like, what is wrong with me? So we've got 2 pages. This person wanted to make an offer, wanted to be connected to you, but anytime they made this attempt to talk about what they felt or what they liked, or kind of do the like surface level daydreaming but no actual commitment thing, you would kind of call them on it. This Page of Cups, it's a sweet card, but it's also a card that talks about literally the lowest effort you could potentially make, right? Hello, Eduardo. Yeah, that ain't cool, Rachel. I say soda, but everyone that I grew up with said pop. I just hate how the word sounds, so I excused myself from that table. But in Minnesota, pretty much everyone said pop. Hello, Grind Tired. How's it going? What else do we have? And why is it so hot in my room right now? Is it the candles? The fan is not helping. Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the 5 of Swords. Why do we have such immature energy here? Is this person legitimately younger than you? Or are you just disappointed in their lack of maturity? Wow. This is the kind of person who would make a great like antagonist in a rom-com. Oh gosh, what is that movie called? It is a gnarly movie. Okay, so it's got that chick who was real popular in the 2000s. I want to say, was it Shoshana? She did that movie 40 Days with Josh Hartnett, okay? But this is a different movie. She was in a movie with this Kip Pardue dude, and she was obsessed with him. Gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but it was not for people under the age of 18, and followed her around in her kind of desperate attempt to be with this Kip Pardue dude. If y'all know what it is, I'm gonna be so excited, but I don't remember the name of it. I feel like it's a relatively short movie title name, but there were multiple people in it too. It was, I think she's in college or something, but it was a lot of people mistreating a lot of people. Ooh, yes, I like that. Yes, thank you, Howard. You're helping a ton. She's obsessed with this guy because of his attractiveness or his popularity. She ignores a lot of the behavior that she shouldn't, and like kind of glamorizes being tossed aside. But we have somebody who realizes it's not worth it to be treated this way just to be close to someone like you. In other words, you're not really worth it. The Devil's in the reverse, Judgment is in the reverse, because this Queen of Wands realizes, or realized, you really aren't that great. You're really not worth all this trouble. I thought you were. I like really wanted to see what could potentially happen, but now you disappoint me. Is that Tool? Yeah, I don't know. Not into it anymore. Ah, yes, that definitely happens as well, Krista. You're welcome, Charlie. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. So we've got the Knight of Swords again. And the Magician. Yeah. So this Magician / nymph, they might have a little bit of a, like the only way they feel good about themselves is if there's somebody who wants to be naked next to them, that kind of thing. But this is somebody who is really struggling to enjoy what they used to enjoy before they met you. So I always compare it to food. Okay, let's do this. I've recently been introduced to this place. I don't know if I should do any advertising for them and actually tell you, but they make really, really good baked goods, like croissants, donuts, whatever, right? I'm not really a big donut person, but whatever. This place is good though, okay? It's really good. And I had tried, let's just call it red velvet cake, okay, before. And then I went to this place and it changed everything I thought I knew about red velvet cake. This person looks at you like the red velvet cake that changed everything they knew about red velvet cake. They look at you and they're like, holy crap, I thought those people were cool. I thought I wanted to be around those people, but it doesn't even come close to how I feel when I'm with you. Are they saying it in those words? No, it's probably like, I don't want somebody. I don't want to like that person. I don't want to think about them all the time. They're just like, you know what? I like to get people obsessed with me. I like to get people interested in me. And I may have gotten into a situation where now I want to chase somebody who is not really that impressed with me. I don't know how to handle this. That's what they're saying. They're freaking out because all of the other people that they used to spend time with, all the people that maybe like to chase them, they don't do it for them anymore. It's like, oh, you again? I don't know. Hello, Fun Funny. What's going on? I hope you're having a good day. Hello, artists. We don't do politics in here. You are welcome to stay if you would like to avoid the politics. Yep. Hello, Jamila. How are you doing? Gas station sushi versus sushi in Japan. That would be quite the difference. My. All right. Although, you know what? I do have a little bit of an admission to make, or confession. When I worked in downtown Minneapolis, I would walk through the Skyway system all the time, and I think that's like kind of a weird thing for a lot of cities, that we have like a second floor subway system or Skyway system that connects like a lot of the buildings in downtown. But I would go to the Walgreens in the Skyway and they had sushi. I have eaten Walgreens sushi. Anyways, so we've got strength, and so feel free to judge me and or make fun of me. We have strength and the Ace of Swords in the reverse, which is an interesting combination because strength is also the same as the Devil in the reverse, which talks about letting go of things that hold you back, fear, insecurity, obsession. This is somebody who has realized that your strength or your ability to be who you are, it comes from the fact that you are very much so in tune with your intuition. You're not paying too close attention to the things around you. You're looking for the balance between your intuition and what you have observed. You are stronger than this person. You have a stronger energy. Therefore, when they try to make you obsessed with them, it only ever leads to their being obsessed with you. You're the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands has that je ne sais quoi. I can't forget you because, I don't know, you're really hot, but like you're funny, but also like you have good taste in music. Like, damn it. They're frustrated because you have so much going for you. They can't find that elsewhere. Thanks, Dracula. Hello, Jackie. How are you doing? Did I say hello to Grant? Tapeworm tofu. Good Lord. Oh, I know. Fake crab is almost always the one I go with. Redbeard says he almost unsubscribed. I'm sorry. Hello, how's it going, Bob? Hello, Jose. Hello, Ariel. What's up? Oh, no. So we've got the Two of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords in the reverse, and the World in the reverse. Well, no matter what I do, no matter how I try to forget you, whether I block you or I don't look at your social media or I rip up the picture I have of you or I delete your contact information, anything that they're trying to do to forget you is really not working. They see you focused, or they know that you are focused elsewhere and you seem to be just fine moving on and not really nervous about whether or not you're going to see this person, where they're over here like obsessed. It's not over for me. Why are you okay with walking away? Why are you okay with falling in love with somebody else? Well, sorry, sometimes that's how it goes, you know? There are a lot of people who are a bit arrogant when it comes to love, who feel like they can get what they want and dip. Like, I don't know, like they're a bee pulling up to a flower, trying to get a little bit of pollen, and then they can just zip on out of there. This person fell in love. Okay, so I'm going to do one more with the What's the News, and then we're going to move on to those personal readings or personal questions. Oh, Grant, you are funny. I like you. Unfortunately for them. Oh, yes. Checkmate. That does happen. They are. I agree, Rachel. Nice try, Ty. Nobody is. Hello, Protex. How's it going? All right, what else do we have? Love bombing. So this person, the magician, they're going to try to use love bombing, but you can see through that. You're not interested in the broken promises or the like daydreams. And you know that they're still doing too much. They're still focused on how they can get whatever they want and then leave. We have swept up, head over heels, falling in love, intense emotions, and tiptoeing. So they're pretending that they don't feel these emotions, in part because they're hoping they can like kind of convince themselves they don't feel these emotions, but they do, and they don't want to feel it. They don't know how to deal with that. They go a little crazy. Here's the thing though, I do feel like there's someone else, right? We've got the grass was greener because it was fake. So they did get involved or perhaps go back to somebody that, do I say of lower caliber? This is somebody who doesn't have a problem being mistreated or doesn't speak up and tell this person that it's not okay. There's some issue here where they've conflated or confused you, the Queen of Wands, and someone from their past or someone that doesn't really ask very much of them. There's confusion here, and there's also financial issues. So this magician, because of their obsession, they may have been struggling to do right by their obligations, or they may have for a long time been struggling to do right by those obligations. So we have some issues emotionally hitting them at roughly the same time as some financial issues. This is making them, as far as like their mental state, they're not doing very well. They don't know who they can trust. They don't feel like they can talk to anybody. They do want to talk to you, but you don't want to talk to them. And I do feel like there's this ex-person or situationship who is telling their business. So it's making it very clear to this magician, you can't keep hanging around the people that you thought you could. You can't keep pretending that this is as good as that Queen of Pentacles energy or that Queen of Wands energy. That person who is exciting but also reliable or considerate individual. They can't find anything like that among the people who tolerate their kind of lame, unhealed energy. So their question now, or that pivot they have to be pondering, that Two of Swords crossroads moment is, do you want to like be a good person and work on yourself so you can be around those Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles types? Or are you going to just kind of like settle for what you don't really like anymore? That is the question. Good morning, Lee. I hope you're having a good day. I will add you to the list, and you have excellent timing because I'm going to start those personal questions right meow. Happy feet moments. I like that. Hello, Vernon. How are you doing? It's important to know, right? Drive safely. Jackie, I do think I'm going to do an all signs reading here in the near future, but I do also have a playlist on my page for playlists, for astrological signs and all signs readings. So you might want to check those out as well. Let me ask the question. Okay, so we've got Rebecca up first, and then we've got Aqua Beauty, and then we've got Flower, and then Lee. So for Rebecca, we've got, was my perception of a certain time justified? No. Five of Swords in the reverse, Six of Cups in the reverse. This feels to me like seeing something as slightly different because it is an echo of something else that happened. So seeing something perhaps as an opportunity to defend yourself or feeling defensive when perhaps you didn't need to. I do have to cover the boobies, but we do have the Ten of Swords. So how should this change? There's something here about understanding someone's need to defend or protect something. So it's simply saying justified in how you feel. Yes, but there's more information here. There's another side of the story or something else that helps you to better see why somebody was defending what they're defending or what they were, like why they were doing what they were doing. So there's more information here for you, but I do feel like there is somebody who is protecting another person. Okay, so is there someone involved with this certain time that reflects on that time? Yes, especially while they're working. This is someone who's preoccupied or, you know, contemplates if they made the right decision. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. King of Wands. Three of Cups. This person feels like they did not do enough. Like they didn't do right by you. King of Wands, Three of Cups. It comes through for me as someone feels like they protected the wrong thing or the wrong person. Like I chose poorly. I should have done something different to better accommodate or like consider your feelings, but I was thinking about somebody else. So yeah. I hope you're able to talk it through because it does seem to me like there's some interest in clearing the air. But I hope that helps, Rebecca, and thank you for the tip. Oh, good. You knew that was a quote, did you? All right. We're going to go to Aqua Beauty's question, which means I'm going to pull the Wild Reflections Tarot. What guidance do we have for Aqua Beauty, please? What guidance do we have? Eight of Cups in the reverse, Five of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. This is saying there's a choice that is, it's like a multiple, how do I explain this? There's a choice that has to be made multiple times over 5 months. Stay, leave, stay, leave, stay, leave. Invest, don't. Invest, don't. But with this Seven of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, it does feel to me like there's a concern that a decision could be made too quickly. Or that there's someone here who has been deceptive about that work or about that payoff. So this Ace of Pentacles is positive in the money column. But it's like basically dependent upon making quick decisions. Oh, that's rough. This is like, you're going to have multiple decisions over 5 months. You don't have a lot of time to make these decisions. They could potentially lead you down a difficult path. But if you don't make the decisions, it's an even worse path. There's no opportunity. So this is like basically saying you're going to have to rip the Band-Aid off a few times. It's not going to be easy. But Ace of Pentacles, this is a major opportunity. Okay, so this is weird, but I have to share it just in case it's important. I have a deep love for amusement parks and like water parks. I love heights, but there's something I get like really like ooh, about those really big slides. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, there's like the speed ones, which are just like straight down. I don't really care about those, but like the big tube ones, something about it is just like kind of scary. And so what I see is a big tube slide for you. I don't know why. And it's like, there are choices. It's not just one. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, which one am I least likely to die in? That's overly dramatic. But this is basically saying, because of the nature of those tunnels, right, you can't really see where they go 100%. Like maybe you can if you stand in line long enough. But this is saying like, you're going to have to choose the right slide. And you might not have all the information. So that intuition is pulling you where you're supposed to go. Hello, McNair. How are you doing? Go for it, Redbeard. Oh, man. Shout out to anybody who's been to Valley Fair. That was the amusement park that I grew up loving. Aqua Beauty, I know that was a crazy twist and turn, but the important thing is there is opportunity here. There's money. Oh, we got another pumpkin. Should I dance for it? What do you guys think? Eh? Thank you for the pumpkin. Never overloaded. I appreciate it. I love those things. All right, so we've got Flower up next. Let's all give Flower a round of applause for blocking the X. But what can Flower expect from that situation, from blocking the X? We have the Knight of Cups and the King of Wands. And the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. And so this might be a little bit strange, but you are coming through as the King of Wands. This is saying because you have essentially said checkmate to somebody, you're not really interested, it's game over. You have reclaimed your magic. So this is you. You're able to be more bold, you're able to pursue the things that you want, you're able to manifest the things that you want in a much more effective way because you've let go of some baggage. So in other words, you are free to move about the cabin, or if we're gonna go with airplane jokes, you've been upgraded to first class. Three of Pentacles in the reverse because you made the right choice. Expect to see good things because you blocked him. So don't give in and unblock, okay? What to expect from the sister? King of Cups, King of Swords. This feels to me like maturity. King of Cups, King of Swords. This is either, look, I know that I am supposed to have loyalty to somebody else, but also I appreciate what you're going through or what you had to deal with. If I'm honest, it's making me think of a breakup that I went through many moons ago, where I was really close with his sister and didn't know how that was gonna go. And the way that she communicated it to me was, I know it was his fault. I'm not mad at you. And that's what I'm hearing. So this is somebody, even if they feel they have to keep their distance, even if they feel they still have to have that loyalty, right? This is somebody who's like, no, I understand why you had to do what you had to do. So they'll view it, the sister will view it as you being strong. And what about the friends? What to expect from the friends? Page of Cups in the reverse, Three of Cups in the reverse, Ten of Swords in the reverse. Well, they had a different story. A little bit less maturity in the friend group, perhaps? The friends? Should I say bros before hoes? Can I say that? Is YouTube gonna get mad at me? Three of Cups in the reverse. Don't support it. Don't like it. Page of Cups in the reverse. Irritation, moodiness. There's going to be a sense of like, I have to be there for this person. I have to help my friend. But I think also like, I don't want to like rock the boat. I don't want to make it worse, right? You're welcome. And I'm sending you healing and abundant energy. You know, sometimes we just have to cross our fingers and hope that a breakup doesn't completely demolish a social community. But if a breakup that is right for you and your mental health completely demolishes your social community, what have you really lost? A bunch of people who don't care if you're doing well, a bunch of people who don't ask you how you're doing, a bunch of people who talk behind your back. Like, good riddance, right? That's not directed at specifically Flower, by the way. Just in general, if you're nervous about going through a breakup or blocking someone because you might lose some fake friends, like, shoot, sounds like a win-win for me. Go find the real friends, you know, the people who love you for who you really are and not for convenience sake. All right, I will get off of my, what's it called? The pulpit is like for the sermon thing, but whatever. It's too early, you guys. Soapbox, thank you. All right, so we've got Lee up next, a random reading. Oh, I hope you find that, Rachel. Soapbox Derby, those things are pretty epic. So Lee, we've got the Page of Wands, communication. Somebody who is losing their temper or quite frustrated over a situation, Nine of Swords and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody who is losing their mind. Why? Why are they losing their mind? Over love. I think there's someone here who's going to talk to you about a relationship that's not going well and they don't really know how much to tell you. They're hesitating about it because they haven't really spoken to many people at all about it. Do they need help from Lee? Yes, this is somebody who may not easily be able to ask for help or easily be able to talk about their feelings, but they're looking at this situation and realizing that you would probably make it a lot easier for them, right? Hello, Julia. Welcome. I hope you're having a good day. I like that too. All right, so we've got the Page of Pentacles. There's someone here, Lee, who wants to build a new chapter or start something different. And they feel like talking to you helps them identify the right path forward. So you may hear from somebody who wants that advice. They may be kind of like tiptoeing around it though. So I think you'll be able to pick up on that. All right. So we have, can you please pull a card for my soulmate situation for Karma 3? What is going on for this soulmate situation for Karma 3, please? Tower in the reverse, Strength. And Six of Cups. with the Lovers. The number 6 is important. We've got somebody who is avoiding going through the changes that they need to go through. We have somebody who has a lot of happy memories and a desire to be close to you. This is coming through as a divine connection. The issue is, without any ego death or spiritual awakening, this person is not capable of approaching that relationship in a mature way. So it's been kind of stunted, or it's like on hold. 7 of Swords. This is somebody who needs to find peace within themselves before they can have that in a relationship. This person is not honest. They struggle with being honest because things are not as good as they wish they were. And there's a risk, if they don't work on these issues, that they will end up regretting never putting in this work when they had the opportunity, because they would look at you as the one who got away. So kind of heavy, but are they going to have the strength? As of right now, no. What they need is to experience things without you, to realize that it doesn't get better unless they do. Which seems a little bit harsh, but you may be in the twin flame dynamic. There are a lot of people who like to use that twin flame dynamic as justification for staying in a relationship that you really shouldn't be staying in, or that can only move forward if you have times of separation to heal and grow, and then individually choose to do so. This is somebody who is stuck on the, but I don't wanna. And if they can continue to choose to not, then they sacrifice this love and a new soulmate is sent your way. So you may be in the twin flame situation. Don't let me tell you that. That has to be your intuition that tells you. And don't let anybody tell you that they are your twin flame. Your intuition will tell you that. Yes, I could see that. Does my ex want to get revenge because I blocked? Ooh. Does he want to get revenge on Flower for blocking? Yeah. Yeah, he does. Okay. So what he wants to do to get back at you, Flower, has something to do with either a valuable thing like a car or family security. What does he have access to mess with? And can she stop this? You can stop this. But I do feel like it has to do with earthly things, right? King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. This is like homestead, bank accounts, family, right? Thank you, Julia. Is Julia a good match with the Libra? Is the Libra and Julia 3 of Wands or 3 of Rods in the reverse, 8 of Cups, 4 of Swords? No. Perhaps you would be later down the line, but I do see that this person needs to recover from something. They deal with problems in an unhealthy way, escapism. So this could be somebody who ghosts. This could be somebody who walks away from their problems. This could be somebody who ignores the financial letters they get in the mail, whatever it is. This is somebody who just kind of does the la 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 la. And they need to face the problems instead of what they do. So until they get through that obstacle, then there's going to be an issue. I would change the key, definitely, to Flower, just letting you know. So Julia, let me just see. Is there somebody else here that Julia is going to meet? Yes, could be a Capricorn. I do feel like this person is going to be very attracted to you. Charismatic, passionate, and messenger. This person could be younger than you, but they're very attracted to you. There's somebody else here who expresses interest in you as the Libra, and you kind of have some distance, and it might help you to see what the Libra and you maybe don't have. Good morning, Michael. How are you doing? Hey, Darnell. What's up? All right, we're already at 65 minutes, so I think I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Let me just make sure I finished Julia's question. Yeah. Let me do that one real quick. Will he go through his revenge, or with his revenge this week? Yes, this week. Yeah. We got the star. Which is 17. There's a 7 in there, right? I would say technically breaks down to within the next 8 days. But there is your intuition. This 9 of Pentacles is saying you feel it. You can tell when something is happening. So I think you got this. All right. Oh, Hayden, I'm sorry. I'm about to sign up. I hope you're having a good day. It's okay. I will be back relatively quickly, I believe. I might record shorts before that, but either way, I'm going to have another live stream started within the next hour, within the next 40 minutes. But all right. I love you guys. Have a good one. Thank you for likes and subscribes.